So some of us got our first taste of Modern Warfare 3 this past weekend via the PlayStation Early Access and Open Betas. If you guys spent any time on the betas, what are your thoughts on it so far? I ran a poll over the weekend asking if you guys felt like COD is back, and most of you guys seem pretty optimistic about things. I had a blast to keep it a stack. This video will be a pretty positive one for the most part, but I will sprinkle in some stuff that I didn't find very appealing. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. As we go along, drop your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Let's touch base on the gameplay. Other than one or two minor things, I have no complaints whatsoever. If I had to describe how this game feels, it feels like the old school Call of Duty games such as Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that was released in 2009. It feels like these games, but modernized, to be direct and concise. A lot of players were saying things along the lines of this game being a DLC or an expansion pack, whatever term or buzzword you want to use. We heard them all. And at first, I was kind of agreeing with these takes. But after getting my hands on the game, this does not feel anything like Modern Warfare 2 2022 gameplay-wise. This is pretty refreshing when it comes to the gameplay. Obviously, some things do look almost identical, such as the heads-up display in the game and even the UI in the main menu and pre-game lobbies. But with this being a sequel to Modern Warfare 2 2022, I think it's appropriate. Although this Hulu UI is ass, it is nice knowing that we don't have to try and figure out how to get to certain parts in the settings, such as the interface, audio, display, whatever the case. It's nice that everything is how it was in the last game. Something I am not a fan of is the weapon progression system from Modern Warfare 2 seems to be back. I did hear a rumor or two saying that there are some adjustments to this and it won't be exact, but once again, from the looks of things, it does look like it is returning. So if you want a certain grip on gun A, you will have to go ahead and use gun C to be able to build the weapon you want, essentially. I was really hoping to see this weapon progression system as a thing of the past, but unfortunately, we might have to deal with it another year. Heavy on the word might. I also wasn't a huge fan of the map selection in the weekend 1 beta. The only map I really had a good time on was Skid Row. Every other map was kind of whack, and yes, hot take, I am not a fan of Rust. I think it's extremely overrated. Go ahead and smack me up in the comments. I also want to touch base on the TTK. I actually had a wish come true in this sense. I said in a previous video, I think a good TTK would be around the Black Ops Cold War TTK, and the time to kill in the Modern Warfare 3 beta and Cold War are very similar. The Cold War time to kill is just a little bit slower. It might not even be noticeable to some players, but I think it felt good for the most part. It was just a tad bit frustrating in those long-range gunfights, but other than that, I think it was pretty dope. Now, really quick, let's talk about slide canceling. It feels pretty good for the most part, but there is this weird cooldown period after sliding before you can start sprinting again. Not sure if this will be fixed or if that's a mechanic that will be in the game permanently. I am also not a fan of the whole tactical aiming thing while aiming and sliding. I do think there is a perk that can take care of both of these things, but at this point, I'm not entirely sure. But also, maybe it's just a couple of things that I need to get used to. And the spawns. Honestly, the spawns are a shit show. I know some of you remember Vanguard, this weird squad spawn or revenge spawn system where they literally spawn you in position to be able to take out your enemies so easily to where it doesn't even make sense. Not gonna ramble on too much about these spawns, but I hope this gets taken care of. And also the visibility. I found things a bit difficult to see, but I was also only playing on 60 frames per second on PS5, and I thought that could have been a part of the problem. But you might be able to see in some of the footage here, a lot of my teammates were panic shooting me way too often. I even tried to go into the interface and take advantage of the color customization settings, but it only helps so much. Another thing I hope gets taken care of by launch or at least season 1. Things need to be a bit easier to see. Let's take a short break and talk about my guys over at Waves Customs. Use Waves for the gym, playing and recording music, and of course, gaming. Get Waves fitted for your ears only just by scanning your ears with your smartphone, both iPhone and Android. They offer a damn good product for a one-of-a-kind experience, and they also kill it as far as aesthetics. You can get them in damn near any color, and you can also get damn near any logo printed on them. Maybe you want to rep your favorite esports team, or maybe you want to rep your favorite e-girl. Whatever the case, Waves kills it as far as aesthetics and absolutely audio. Check these guys out. It'll be the first link down in the description. Now let's get back to the video. So with all that being said, things are looking pretty promising. Not a whole lot of negative things to say. but I have been having some conversations with my friend group. Obviously, there are going to be a few things that make the game a not so good experience, such as bugs, cheaters, etc. But this is something I've literally been having nightmares about. I am seriously hoping this does not happen. Fingers crossed damn near. But I am super horrified of this game being pay to win. And I know Sledgehammer has a short track record of things like this. Advanced Warfare had the supply drop system that awarded players with weapon variants that were absolutely broken. And we also started to see these things at the tail end of Modern Warfare 2 2022 as well. And it was actually confirmed that when players bought certain bundles or packs, they were rewarded in-game. I know you know what I'm talking about. Those 21 Savage and Nicki Minaj skins sometimes felt like you were playing some real hypes. So this is something I am absolutely afraid of happening with Modern Warfare 3. This will absolutely ruin the game. I already think Modern Warfare 2 2022 was a huge missed opportunity at this point, almost seeming like Activision is trying to cover up their own shit, because honestly speaking, I think this is the game we should have gotten last year. What's your take though? If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for sticking around, and consider subscribing for more FPS content such as Call of Duty and XDefiant whenever that game gets cleared to release. But that is where we're going to call it for this video. Once again, thank you all for your time. All y'all take care, and I'm out.